out of here. Squad is all ready to go. The plan is before we start, I think we're gonna drive 7 hours today. So before we start the 7-hour drive, the smart thing to do with dogs, huskies especially, with active dogs, any dog, if you want them to be in the car for 7-9 hours, take them for a hike. Take them for a hike first. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab coffee. I want coffee. Do we have coffee?
Yeah, we're definitely getting coffee.
Alright guys, we're gonna go get coffee. See you in a minute, okay? Coffee, hiking, breakfast. I got some. I think I'm gonna start the drive. What do you think? You wanna drive the whole trip, 3 days? Can I help a little bit? Sometimes.
It's fine. Oh, should we buy some more? No, it's fine. We can just get some.
I have a little bit left. That bag? You wanna get more? Best coffee in the world. What are we gonna do without it? Oh, this is so nice. This sun. Hi, babies. Hello, childrens. Oh, you're always in the front, mommy. You always, all you guys. Okay. Everybody.
Answer it.
Why?
No.
I don't want to. It's Saturday, I'm not working. possibly. We can maybe do that.
Bucktooth.
Bucktooth. Bucktooth? What's that? Are you pulling my leg? You're pulling my leg. Bucktooth. I thought you were gonna say.
Pulling your finger.
You're pulling my finger. You're pulling my tooth. Buckskin Gulch. That's what I thought you were gonna say. That reminded me of Utah.
Bucktooth Gulch.
Bucktooth Gulch. I actually look forward to hanging out the night there with the kids. Oh my god, they're still stacked on top of each other. So boundaryless in the car. It's the only place they sleep on top of each other. So what sounds more appealing to you, Sawtooth or Uinta?
I think Uinta is more of like day hiking, and Sawtooth is more backpacking.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, once we get to the hotel, we can look at all trails and see what we can find.
Yeah. She's really happy.
Tidus. Good boy, that's your bed.
Yuna's like, I'm the boss.
She's so happy.
You happy, Mama? Are you happy? Yeah, you happy, y'all. Look, she's holding on to Yuna's tail. he's like, why are you pointing that camera at me, Dad? Tidus, come here, baby. Oh, you good boy. Hey, kids. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, shh. Oh, stop it. Stop it. What, Tidus? Tidus is grouchy. See that?
Lay down.
It's okay, Mama. The Tidus. Yeah? What is it, Tidus? What is it? So many sad songs. Oh. What is it, Pear? Tidus? What is it? Yeah? You had such a good dinner. What? There's so many sad songs. Yeah? I know. What, do you want cuddles? So many sad songs. No? You wanna go sleepy? Go bear. You gonna punch me in the face? You want a foot massage? What do you want, Tidus? Oh, I know. My sweetie pie. You had a lot to talk about today. Hey, girls. We're on day 2 and we had the so-so breakfast at Whole Foods. That wasn't that great, actually. I didn't even need it. Shouldn't have even had it, to be honest. But now, here's some coffee. Fuel your story. I like that, actually. That's really nice. That is so cool. It's this little local coffee shop here in Boise.
Fuel your Instagram stories.
Feel your Instagram stories. Oh yeah, we should do some. Actually, we did some Instagram stories. Quick tip for you guys: when you're traveling with your pup, in the morning, take him for a walk the first thing before you set out on your long drive. It's worth it. We did it yesterday. We just did it today. Tip number 2: look up greenways. There's so many cities. We've traveled across the country, and there's so many cities that have nice little greenways. They're not anything fancy, but you can usually get in a nice 2 to 3 miles before. Hey, look, there's a human being here too.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. I thought they're just an Oregon thing.
Human pinto bean or
Human pinto bean.
kidney bean.
It's weird. I don't understand. The human bean brand, it just never appealed to me to go in there.
Bean come from the human.
It must be. It's like it sounds like an organ, like a kidney.
It's like they're making coffee from human beans.
Yeah, it's nasty.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's not a good
It's not a good brand.
marketing.
Yeah, it's pretty bad strategy. We're big into business branding, so yeah, we know that stuff. I don't know. Sorry, human being, if you're watching this, I'm not impressed with the name. But yeah, we had a great little walk by the Greenway. I think we probably did like 2 miles or so. Yuna's meditating because she's already feeling good. Actually, we're gonna have to feed him pretty soon. And Kimari's somewhere. Mari, where'd you go, girl? She's by the window there. And I have a mission to find a really nice trail outside of Utah. Look at her. She's so cute. She distracts me. Just leaning on her dad. Outside of Salt Lake City, not Utah. What am I talking about? Outside of Salt Lake City, a trail that's at least 4 miles long, ideally 5 or more. So that's my mission for today. Well, for the next half an hour. And once we find that, we're gonna have a nice golden sunset fall hike, and hopefully it's gonna be great. We may be able to film it for you guys if it's really nice, and the squad will be in their elements. My favorite thing to do. And then after that, we're gonna find the La Quinta in Salt Lake City, and we'll be set for the night. So that is the plan. All Trails is a great app to find trails anywhere you go. It's been our go-to across the whole country. I think it's even working in Europe actually, but I don't know how much people use it because it's crowdsourced. It depends how many people use it. That's how much data there is there. So it's good stuff. All Trails is good stuff. Hiking, Yuna? Tidus, you want to go to the mountain? Huh? Want me to find the trail? And breakfast? I'm gonna work for Husky Squad right now. One of our clients. I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm gonna do some photo editing for Husky Squad right now. JC and I are complete friggin' nerds. So we have all our technology is like amazing. But on my lap here underneath my computer, ooh, if I can bring it, is an external hard drive that gets backed up to the cloud and backed up because you never want to lose the data. That's plugged in to this dongle because the new laptops don't have direct USB anymore. So anyways, so this is something that we already posted to Instagram. You guys love that photo. So see, 255 photos. That's how picky we are. And here's the top ones that we chose from those pictures. We already posted this one. This one is adorable. That's gonna go up for you guys. By the time this video is out, it's probably gonna be already published. And then this one too. And what do you guys think about this one? JC doesn't want me to post it. Yeah, he doesn't want me to post it, so I think I'm not gonna post it. He doesn't like his short hair. I understand why. I agree with him. I love the long hair. And yeah, and I've actually lately been developing our own presets, our Lightroom editing presets, because I just enjoy them. I love them so much. So I'm doing more and more of those presets and give it a very nice natural look and removing the elements that so many of us don't like in pictures. So let us know if that's something that you're interested in our presets. I know so many of you guys are asking, how do you edit your photos? What tool do you use? Lightroom is what we use, but after learning it and using it for so many years as a professional photographer outside of Husky Squad, we both learned a great deal about photo editing, so specifically in Lightroom. I know a lot of people use Photoshop. I'm just not a big fan of it because I like quick, clean edits. If we really need Photoshop for some reason, then we'll use it, but I think JC does more Photoshop. You like Photoshop a bit more, right? Yeah, JC likes more Photoshop than I do. I like Lightroom because I already like taking the photo right out of the gate, almost 100% how I want it. That's the whole point, is not really depending on tools, is taking great photos to begin with. Learning how to use your camera. It's not the camera, guys. Everyone's always asking, what do you shoot with? I've shot with everything. I've been taking pictures since digital wasn't even around, since I was a kid. I've used a plastic 35mm, an old Canon, a new Canon. I've even touched Nikon. I touched Sony. Sony sucked. Don't even get me started on that. It made me lose a ton of content. That's my opinion. I know there's very strong opinions about Sony versus Canon. So we've used that. I've used iPhones to take photos. I was like, oh my god, it's not the camera, it's practice. It's all about practice. So yeah, practice, you guys. For those who want to get into photography and taking better pictures, you gotta just pull out the camera and start taking photos. Playing with the settings, get out of auto. Don't shoot in auto. Learn your composition, learn your camera. Even iPhone, you install the Lightroom app on your iPhone if you have a decent iPhone. Well, some probably even Android users, we're not Android users, but that's where you practice, you know, just you can download the Lightroom app and take great photos, and they take them in RAW and edit them. But it's all about practicing the composition. If you find photos that you absolutely love on Instagram or any other platform, just look why you like it. What made that photo stand out to you, and learn from it. It's not the camera, you guys. Of course, yeah, if you're gonna use a camera that's really, really, really terrible, that's one thing. But most cameras are really good today. So just really practice a lot. That's just my tip on photography. And JC would tell you the same thing about video. JC's our video genius. I just help him with cuts sometimes and things like that for our, instructional based videos. But JC is a master at video because he's been practicing a lot. And yes, cameras help, especially with videos, but it's really all about you practicing. Would you agree with that, JC? Let me flip the screen on you. What do you think about video? Do you think it's something you have to practice just like photography?
Yeah. The first video we published on YouTube was so amateur.
Oh my god.
Still like it, but so amateur, so different from the stuff that we're doing now.
Yeah.
Practice.
That's all it takes, right? You can't be just expecting one day turning around and be like, oh my god, I'm gonna know this skill in one day. It doesn't work like that with anything, so why would you expect to learn that with video or photo or with anything that you do? So just keep practicing and then upgrade your tools. Don't upgrade your tools before you start practicing. That's all I could say. I mean, we use better equipment now than we used 3 years ago and 2 years ago. Well, Husky Squad we've only been doing for 2 years. Almost 2 years. It's gonna be 2 years on JC's anniversary, on our Husky Squad anniversary, which is on JC's birthday on November 8th. It's gonna be 2 years of our anniversary with Husky Squad. But we've done video before. I mean, this is what we do for our business: video, photography, content, and we've both been working in this field for a long time. And sometimes I wish JC too. I wish can go back and delete all our data and re-upload it, all our video, all our pictures, because you get better all the time. It's kind of, you have to live with it, seeing your equipment, your content being out there, not being that perfect like you want it to be. But the stuff we're doing right now, in 2 years from now, we're going to be looking at it like, oh my god, I could do this so much better. That's the whole point. So practice. That's the best thing. I would say if you're first starting out, well, okay, I don't know, everybody's a little bit different. For me, as a photographer, there's one thing I like having. It's not a crazy requirement, but I really like having is a camera that I have a viewfinder. I need to be inside the frame. I mean, maybe I got used to it because I've been doing photography for so many years, but when I look through the viewfinder, it's like I feel like I'm there. I'm inside it. When I look at the LCD, I can't focus on my composition. I can't focus on my frame as well. So I really like looking through the viewfinder. That's my thing. As a photographer, I wonder if many of you, let us know. What do you think? What do you prefer when you actually do pro photography, looking through the viewfinder or having an LCD, because for me a viewfinder is critical. I remember touching the very first digital one of the first digital cameras that we, not digital, but the mirrorless cameras that we tried. It was Samsung, and it was about 4 years ago, maybe a little bit less, and it didn't have a viewfinder, and it was so hard for me to take photos. I couldn't do my composition as much as I wanted to. I just didn't feel like it was real, you know? And I really, really missed it. So having that back is really good. But I think that's my biggest tip, is find what works for you and just practice and practice for whether you want to do video, photography, or both, or any skill. I think you get there. You know, like technology, we're always practicing, even though we've been in technology and all kinds of technology, web technology, you name it, for so many years. But if we would stay stuck and be where we were at 5 years ago, we wouldn't be doing what we do today. Things change every day. So having to stay up and learn and practice, I think, is the best thing you can do. We're gonna do something crazy. It's already almost 5 o'clock, and we've been driving pretty much all day. But we're gonna do a sunset hike, and we've done this before. We've taken a crazy hike. We did 17 miles in Washington, where we got back to the trailhead probably 2.5 hours after sunset, or 3 hours, literally in the dark. We're hiking in the dark. But we're not going to do something that crazy today. It's only going to be 7 miles sunset hike, but I have a feeling that by the time we make it back to the car, it's going to be pretty close to dark. Oh my god, Tidus, you're so cute! Husky, you want to go to the mountain? You want to go mountain? You want to go forest? Really? You want to give me kisses? I love you too, Mama. You know you're a little too crazy. Want to go to the trail? You want to go to the mountain? It's really nice out here right now. The trees have all turned color. Some of the leaves are completely gone. Look at this. That's a husky thing. You guys see this? Yeah. There's always hair. You can't get away from it. You're so cute, you know?
It kind of looks like that road we drove through in Zion.
Yeah, huh? You want to go to the trail? You're so cute, Mama. They live for this. They had so much fun in the hotel last night. It was so adorable. They really enjoyed it. It's so pretty here. You know what? It actually reminds me a little bit too of the Tamalo region.
Yeah.
Right? Look at this. Wow. That's your latest style? Is that your latest style? What you doing, girl? Is that very comfortable? It does not look comfortable to me. Wow, is this where we're actually going? This is insane. Finally.
It's narrow.
It took us long enough to get here. Better get back to the car quick. Come here, babies.